Hello everyone, a very fresh good morning to all of you. How are you all today? I hope you all are fine and safe, right? So students, today we are going to start the revision of the chapter number 14, Keeping Our Earth Green. So before we starting our revision sheet, let me give the quick revision of this chapter. So we'll learn the important notes of this chapter. Okay, so let's start. Our earth is home to different types of plants and animals. So students, you have seen so many plants, different types of plants around us, right? So plants and trees are very useful to us. However, we cutting down trees without planting enough of them. As a result, the earth is no longer as green as and the beautiful as it used to be. राइट हमें हमेशा हमारी नीड की हिसाब से हम हमेशा ट्रीज़ को कट डाउन करते हैं, बट सामने हम उतनी ही जो नंबर्स में है उनको ट्रीज़ को प्लांट नहीं करते. तो एज अ रिज़ल्ट क्या होता है कि हमारी अर्थ जितनी ब्यूटीफुल और ग्रीन होनी चाहिए उतनी नहीं. देन इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ ट्रीज़. सो स्टूडेंट्स, ट्रीज़ आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन द ह्यूमन लाइफ बिकॉज ट्रीज़ गिव्स अस फूड and the oxygen which is essential for the living beings. Trees जो है वो हमें क्या देते हैं? They gives us food and the oxygen. The roots of the trees hold the soil and thus prevent soil erosion. Then trees release water vapor into the atmosphere to cooling the surrounding, and it also releases the oxygen which is needed by living things. So trees are very important to us because they gives us food and the oxygen and the more essential things that we need. For example, wood. So from the wood we are making furnitures, paper, houses, right? So there are so many things that we are getting from the trees. Then comes how to save trees. So there are some ways by following that we can save the trees. So first of all, the simple solution that we have to plant more and more trees. जितनी large numbers में हम cut कर रहे हैं trees को, उससे ज़्यादा numbers में we have to plant trees. Then we should not waste paper but try to reuse it as much as possible because a lots of trees are cut down to make paper. Yes, this is the one of the solution that we should not waste paper because so much wood of the trees are cutting down because of the making of paper. So we should not waste paper and try to reuse it more and more. Then in India, one Mahotsav is celebrated for a week in the month of July every year. So students, in this festival what we do the talking about the solution and how to save trees, or we plant more and more trees all over the country. Then lakhs of trees are planted all over the country during this 7 days. So this is the festival called One Mahotsav is celebrated on the first month of July every year. Then the United Nations also observe that a day called World Environment Day. So on this day, the World Environment Day, people talk about the ways to save the environment, and also we celebrated this day on the 5th June, right? So on this day, people talk about how to save environment and they're planting lots of trees. Then comes the importance of wildlife and how to save wildlife, right? So animals that lives in wild forests are also the part of wildlife, so we can save them. It is very important to us. And how the wild animals or the wildlife important to us. So animals such as squirrels, monkeys, and even the certain bird eat the fruits and the seeds of some plants. So sometimes they throw away the seeds too far off the places, and at the other time they eat the seeds which are later removed through their feces. In this way, these animals help to scatter seeds. So जो wild animals होते हैं, these wild animals help us to planting trees because they scatter the seeds, whatever they eat or throw them. So with the help of that, they scatter the seeds. So that is how wild animals and the wildlife are very important for our survival. And then after, how to save wildlife. So hunting and killing of animals of their body parts should be banned. We should avoid using these things made of animal parts such as fur, skin and tusk. So this is discourage the hunting of wild animals. So बहुत सारे animals है जिसको hunt किया जाता है, मारा जाता है because of their body parts. Because their body parts and their skin are used to make things. And that things are very expensive. So we should discourage the hunting of animals. We should not use anything that made of parts of any animal's parts, for example their skin or their body parts. We should avoid that. Then the deforestation. So cutting down trees in large numbers is called deforestation, and then after afforestation. So what is afforestation? So planting trees in large numbers is called afforestation. A day meant to talk ways to the save environment is called the World Environment Day. So here is the revision of the explanation part of this chapter. Now we'll move on to the exercise part. Okay. Hello everyone. A very fresh good morning to all of you. How are you all today? I hope you all are fine and safe, right? So students, today we are going to start the revision of the chapter number 14, Keep Our Earth Green. Okay. So today let's start with the exercise of this chapter. Question number 1, fill in the blanks. In that first one, the United Nations observed Dash Day. The United Nations observed what? World Environment Day. Then trees are important to us because they give off dash. Trees are important to us because they give off ऑक्सीजन. ट्रीज जो है वो हमारे लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज वो हमें ऑक्सीजन देते हैं. एंड द थर्ड वन, कटिंग डाउन ट्रीज इन लार्ज नंबर्स इज कॉल्ड डैश. कटिंग डाउन ट्रीज इन लार्ज नंबर्स इज कॉल्ड डैश. इट इज़ कॉल्ड डिफॉरेस्टेशन. कटिंग डाउन ट्रीज इन लार्ज नंबर्स इज कॉल्ड डिफॉरेस्टेशन. जब भी हम बहुत ज़्यादा नंबर्स में स्टूडेंट्स ट्रीज़ को कट करते हैं लार्ज नंबर में, राइट, तो उसे हम कहते हैं डिफॉरेस्टेशन. देन प्लांट्स एंड ट्रीज आर वेरी डैश टू अस. प्लांट्स एंड ट्रीज आर वेरी डैश टू अस. इट इज़ यूजफुल. प्लांट्स एंड ट्रीज आर वेरी यूजफुल टू अस. देन द क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, गिव वन वर्ड फॉर द फॉलोइंग. First one, cutting down trees in large numbers is dash. So students, cutting down trees in large numbers is called what? It is deforestation. Then the question number 2, planting trees in large numbers. Planting trees in large numbers is called what? It is called afforestation. When we planting trees in large numbers is called afforestation. Then part of plant that prevent soil erosion. Part of plant that prevent soil erosion. It is roots. प्लांट का एक ऐसा पार्ट जो सोइल को इरोशन होने से बचाता है. इट इज़ रूट्स. सो रूट्स जो होते हैं प्लांट के, इट प्रिवेंट दी सोइल इरोशन. वो सोइल को इरोशन होने से बचाने में हेल्प करते हैं. Then the question number 3. Answer the following questions. Write importance of trees. So first question is write importance of trees. So how trees important to us? First point, the roots of trees hold the soil and thus prevent soil erosion. The roots of trees hold the soil and thus prevent soil erosion. सो रूट्स जो होते हैं प्लांट्स के जो रूट्स होते हैं वो सोइल को ऐसे पूरा जकड़ के रखते हैं जिसकी वजह से सोइल इरोशन नहीं होता है. सो रूट्स ऑफ द ट्रीज होल्ड द सोइल एंड दस प्रिवेंट सोइल इरोशन. देन द सेकेंड पॉइंट, ट्रीज रिलीज ऑक्सीजन इन एटमॉस्फेयर. ट्रीज रिलीज ऑक्सीजन इन एटमॉस्फेयर. तो ट्रीज़ जो है वो ऑक्सीजन जो है वो एटमॉस्फेयर में स्प्रेड करते हैं, राइट. दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट टू अस. Then students, the question number 2, how we can save trees. How we can save trees. So we need to plant more trees than we cut down. We need to plant more trees than we cut down. We should not waste paper but try to reuse it. So हमें हमेशा स्टूडेंट्स क्या करना चाहिए? We should plant more and more trees. We should not cut trees and we should also not waste paper but try to reuse it. हम trees को अपने अराउंड जो trees है उसको सेव कैसे कर सकते हैं? By cutting off. तो यही कर सकते हैं कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा नंबर्स में हम ट्रीज़ को प्लांट करें, उसे कट ना करें और पेपर जो है उसको वेस्ट ना करें, बिकॉज बहुत सारे ट्रीज़ जो है वो इसी वजह से कट होते हैं बिकॉज दे वांट टू मेक अ पेपर। सो पेपर बनाने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रीज़ कट होते हैं, तो हमें कभी भी जो पेपर है उसका वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहिए, बट ट्राई टू रीयूज़ इट। हमें जितना हो सके उतना पेपर का रीयूज़ करना चाहिए। दैट इज़ हाउ वी कैन सेव दी ट्रीज। देन द क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, वेयर एंड व्हेन इज़ वन महोत्सव सेलिब्रेटेड? Where and when is one Mahotsav celebrated? So answer is, one Mahotsav is celebrated for a week in the month of July. It is celebrated in India. One Mahotsav is celebrated for a week in the month of July and it is celebrated in India. So one Mahotsav एक ऐसा फेस्टिवल है जहाँ पे हम जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा नंबर्स में ट्रीज़ को प्लांट करते हैं इन ऑल ओवर दी कंट्री, राइट। पूरे इंडिया में हर जगह से, हर प्लेसेस में लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा नंबर्स में ट्रीज़ को जो है उसको प्लांट करते हैं एंड दिस फेस्टिवल इज़ कॉल्ड वन महोत्सव। सो द वन महोत्सव इज़ सेलिब्रेटेड फॉर अ वीक इन द मंथ ऑफ जुलाई। तो जुलाई का जो फर्स्ट वीक होता है तो वो फर्स्ट वीक वी सेलिब्रेटेड एज वन महोत्सव एंड इट इज़ ऑल्सो सेलिब्रेटेड इन इंडिया। देन द क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, व्हेन एंड हु सेलिब्रेट वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे? When and who celebrate World Environment Day? So the answer is, United Nations celebrate World Environment Day on 5th June. So United Nation जो है, right, उन्होंने सेलिब्रेट किया है, उन्होंने अनाउंस किया है दिस वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे ऑन 5th June. So 5th June we celebrated World Environment Day. United Nation celebrate World Environment Day on 5th June. Okay, so here students, our revision of the chapter number 14, keeping our earth green, is over here, and your homework for the day is you have to complete all this exercise in the revision sheet. First try to do by yourself only. I will send you the PDF along with this video, but try to solve it. First of all, read the important notes, read the summary of the chapter, read the chapter, read the all exercises of the chapter, then try to solve it in the revision sheet. Try to write down answer by yourself and then only use the PDF to cross check. Okay, sure. Thank you everyone. If you have any query or any question, you can drop a message. Thank you everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.